So we'll see a numerical on availability. What is given here? A centrifugal air compressor compresses air at a rate of 20 kg per minute. So I'll draw a compressor over here. I'll draw a diagram. So compressor means volume will reduce, so it will compress the gas. So I'll draw a compressor over here. So this compressor, air will enter from here, air will exit from here. Okay, and compressor is power consuming device. So here I am showing a shaft. Okay, so and this is compressor. So here power will be consumed. Okay, now what is the rate at which air is entering? I'll write down that data over here. Air is entering, so m dot value is 20 kg per minute. Suppose this is 0.1. Okay, so I can convert this kg per minute into kg per second. What will be answer of this? So you have to divide this mass flow rate by 60 to convert it from kg per minute to kg per second. Okay, so that answer is yes. So that answer is 0. You have to take more digits. Okay, 0.333 kg per second. From 1 bar to 2 bar. So air is compressed from 1 bar to 2 bar, meaning pressure at point number 1. Okay, it is given. So I'll write down over here given. So pressure at point number 1 is 1 bar and this is point number 2 on the bottom side. So 1 bar means 100 kilopascal. And pressure of point number 2 is how much? 2 bar equal to 200 kilopascal. Next, what is written during this compression process? This is compression process 1 to 2. The temperature increases from 20 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius during the compression. So now you tell me what is T1 and what is T2. So T1 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. So 20 plus 273, 293 Kelvin. And T2 is how much? T2 value is 120 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 120 plus 273, 393 Kelvin. Okay, we'll read the next part now. Determine actual and minimum power required to run the compressor. So we have to find here two powers, actual power and minimum power. Now since this is compressor is what? Compressor is power consuming device. So this minimum power means what? We have to find W dot reversible. Reversible power basically we have to find out. Okay, so we have to find actual power and minimum means W dot reversible we have to find out. Since it is power, that is why I am saying W dot required to run the compressor. So what I have to find out? W dot actual I have to find out and W dot reversible I have to find out. And this will be W dot minimum. Okay, this is asked in the question. The surrounding air is 20 degrees Celsius. So what notation we have to use for surrounding air temperature? T naught. So this will be somewhere over here, atmosphere is there, right? So atmosphere temperature will be T naught. So T naught temperature is given in the question as 20 degrees Celsius. Right? So what will be this in Kelvin? 293 Kelvin. Okay, next, what is the next question? Next part of the question, neglect change in kinetic energy and potential energy. Now, while deriving the formula, okay, this is the formula list of availability. While deriving the formula of availability, we had found the availability as psi 1 minus psi 2 and I had told you that while I am writing psi1 and psi2, I am neglecting change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy. Now in this question, if you see the data, here also same thing is mentioned. Neglect change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy. Meaning in this equation, this part will not come. This is kinetic energy related and this is potential energy related. So we have to just find psi1 minus psi2 basically. Okay, that will give us available energy, that is minimum power. Okay, now next question. Also find effectiveness. Now effectiveness means what? Second law efficiency. That is second law efficiency of the compressor. So what all things we have to find out? W dot actual power, W dot reversible means minimum power, and second law efficiency. So I'll write down one more question has been asked over here. That is eta second law, or I can say effectiveness, meaning epsilon. So this is also asked in the question. Now how to solve this? We will see that part. What is the first question asked? Actual and minimum power. We'll go back to the formula list. Okay, now actual power means what? Whatever this equation you have studied, okay, Q minus W actual is equal to change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy plus change in enthalpy. There what you had studied in steady flow energy equation, Q minus W shaft is equal to change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy plus change in enthalpy. Okay, so this shaft work is what? Actual work. So to find the actual power, we need to use this type of equation. But since mass flow rate is given, what equation we will use? We will use Q dot minus W dot actual is equal to M dot in bracket change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy plus change in enthalpy. Okay, and in the question it is mentioned we have to neglect change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy. So I'll write down the first part of the question. What is the first part? Finding the actual power required to run the compressor. So first question. First question is actual power. How to find actual power? We have to apply a steady flow energy equation to the compressor. So what will be the equation? Q dot. Why I am using here dot equation? Because in the question mass flow rate is given and here it is asked that we have to find power. Power means it will be W dot. If work is asked, then it will be W. If specific work is asked, then it will be small w. Okay, so I have to find W dot actual. So Q dot minus W dot actual is equal to M dot in bracket change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy plus change in enthalpy. Now what is the fluid over here? Fluid which is flowing inside the compressor, it is air. So here this point is very important. Fluid is what? Air. So Cp, Cv values which of air we can assume over here. Okay, so we'll continue with the solution. Now here in this question it has not been mentioned anywhere, Q value has not been talked in the question. What is meaning of that? We have to assume that this compressor is insulated. This compressor is insulated. So I have shown insulation by red color, meaning Q dot is 0. So I'll neglect Q dot because it has not been mentioned in the question. We don't have value. I'll neglect this. So this is 0. Okay. Then change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy, they have asked to neglect it in the question. So I'll cancel change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy. So what I'll get over here, I can write down W dot actual is equal to, I'll take negative sign on right hand side, minus M dot into delta H. Now for air, delta H I can write it as Cp into temperature difference. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll write W dot actual as minus M dot into delta H. Okay, what will be delta H? Process is from 1 to 2. Process is from point 1 to point 2. Okay, so here delta T will be what? T2 minus T1. So I'll write, since here we are calculating delta H, here I'll write Cp in bracket again T2 minus T1. What is m dot value? We have calculated it in kg per second, 0.333 kg per second, multiplied by Cp. Cp for air we have to assume what is the value. So here you have to write in exam, assume, I'll write it on the top side, here space is not there, I'll write it over here, assume for air Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So Cp is 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. In bracket T2 minus T1. T2 and T1 values are given. T2 is 393 and T1 is 293. So 393 minus 293. Okay, what is the answer of this? This answer approximately it comes out to be minus 33.5 kilowatt. There will be some difference in the decimal point, that is okay. Okay, now here you can understand that I am getting negative sign. What do you mean by negative sign? Power is consumed by the compressor. Power is consumed by the compressor. That is why I am getting this W dot actual as negative. Okay, so I will write down, this is answer number 1. This was the first question asked. Okay, now what is the second question? Second question, we have to find minimum power. Now in order to find minimum power, what is the process numbering? Process is from 1 to 2. Now here observe, what is the T1 temperature? 20 degrees Celsius. What is T2 temperature? 120 degrees Celsius. So temperature is increasing. Okay, and atmospheric temperature is also what? 20 degrees Celsius only. Here you can see 20. So basically what I can say, this T1 temperature and T0 temperature is same, and that is obviously why? Because whatever air is there in the surrounding, same air is going inside the compressor. So point 1 whatever temperature is there, that same value is T0 temperature as per this question. Okay, so what I have to find out now, we'll see the equation. Okay, what is asked? We have to find available energy of open system undergoing process 1 to 2. Now in the question it has been mentioned that you have to neglect change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy. So what we will do, we will neglect these terms. Okay, so what equation I'll get? I'll get this one, H1 minus T0 S1 minus H2 minus T0 H2. So here I am getting this equation psi1 minus psi2. Okay, now here it is written that neglecting change in kinetic and potential energy. But what unit we will get over here, psi1 minus psi2, we have seen this in the derivation. This psi gives us unit of kilojoule per kg. But we require what? We require W dot reversible, and W dot reversible means what? We have to find available energy dot, meaning we have to multiply this with m dot. Okay, so I'll write down in the numerical now. See, I'll tell you. Now you have asked me a question, this available energy, okay, psi1 minus psi2. If you are considering this device as turbine, which is power, here power producing device, turbine. In that case, whatever available energy I find from here, that will be maximum. Because from power producing device, ideally we should get maximum work. So this available energy will be maximum. But we are considering here what? In the question it is given compressor. Compressor is what? Power consuming device. Consuming device. And ideally, power consumption should be what? Less, meaning it should be minimum. So whatever available energy we find out from this equation for compressor, that will be what? Minimum. If same equation I am using for turbine, psi1 minus psi2 for turbine, that will give me maximum power. So this thing you should remember, that this equation, when you are applying for power producing device, you will get maximum power. If you are using same equation for power consuming device, you will get minimum power. Okay, now this maximum power is ideal for power producing device and minimum power is ideal for power consuming device. It's like that. Did you understand it now? Okay, so what I can write now? What is the question asked? Second sub question is minimum power. Minimum power means basically we have to find W dot reversible. So W dot reversible, it will be equal to what? Available energy dot. It will be equal to what? M dot psi1 minus psi2. Okay, now W dot reversible is equal to M dot. What is psi1 and what is psi2? What is psi? Psi is H minus TOS. Okay, so I'll write it down. Psi is what? H minus TOS. Okay, now this S will be small. Okay, this S entropy will be specific entropy. This enthalpy will be specific enthalpy. Okay, why? Because psi is what? Kilojoule per kg. So this is per kg basis. And we are multiplying this by M dot. So how you will get the units? M dot unit is kg per second, unit of M dot. And unit of psi. Okay, if you are considering difference of psi, okay, psi unit is kilojoule per kg. So what will happen? This kg will get cancelled. You will get unit as kilojoule per second. And kilojoule per second is kilowatt. And kilowatt means it is power, W dot. It's like that. So M dot in bracket. What is psi? Psi1 will be what? H1 minus T0 small s1. Then we have negative sign over here. So I'll write down negative sign as it is. Then now tell me this value in the bracket. What will be this value in the bracket? So here I'll get H2 minus T0 H2. Okay, so M dot value, it is given in the question. Before that we will slightly rearrange this equation. Okay, what I'll do? M dot in bracket, I'll take this H1 and H2 together. So I can write H1 minus H2. Then next what I can write? Minus T0. What will be remaining in the bracket? What is here? This is minus T0 S1 and this is minus minus, it will become plus T0 S2. So and minus I have already taken here out. So here I will get S1 minus S2. Okay, so this will I will get as S1 minus S2. Now please make a note that S is small. Okay, specific entropy. So I'll write down small s. S1 minus S2. Okay, now what we will do? First we will find what is S1 minus S2. So S1 minus S2. How to find this? You need to refer entropy module equations. So in the formula list itself I have given entropy equations as well of availability. So here you can see in availability module, here we have entropy equations as well. Now for point number 1 and point number 2, what all data has been given in the question, we will see that. What is given? Pressure is given for point 1 and point 2 and temperature is given. So whatever change of entropy equation is there, that equation should have pressure and temperature terms. Okay, so out of these three equations, think of this and tell me which equation we have to use. Think which equation we will use out of these three equations. Second one, Okay, so in this way you have to select the equation. So this equation I will be using to find S1 minus S2. Now what I have to find? I have to find small s1 minus small s2. But here what is given? Here it is given capital S2 minus capital S1. This is difference of specific entropy. This is difference of entropy. Okay, now from here unit of entropy is kilojoule per Kelvin, but we require unit of entropy kilojoule per kg Kelvin, specific entropy. Okay, so what we will do, we will divide this equation by mass throughout. So what equation I'll get, and plus one more thing you have to observe. Here it is written S2 minus S1, but I require what? S1 minus S2. So instead of 2, I'll write 1 in this equation, and instead of 1, I'll write 2 in this equation. So what I'll get, I'll write it over here. M will get cancelled, M will get cancelled. Okay, and then instead of 2, I'll write down 1. Here instead of 1, I'll write down 2. Here also 1, this will become 2. Here also it will become 1, here 1, and here also it will become 2. So what will be S1 minus S2? S1 minus S2 will be equal to Cp log T1 by T2 minus R log P1 by P2. This same equation I have to write down to find S1 minus S2. So I'll write down the equation over here. So S1 minus S2, it is equal to Cp log T1 by T2 minus R log P1 by P2. Same equation which I have written over here, same I have written over there. Okay, this equation. Now what we will do, we will find out this S1 minus S2. S1 is what? S1 minus S2 we have to find out. So Cp is what? For air it is 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Log T1 by T2. What is T1? See the question. 293, and what is T2? 393. Remember that whenever we have log of T1 by T2 or log of some temperature, ratio of the temperature, you have to substitute value in Kelvin in thermodynamics. Okay, absolute temperature. So T1 will be 293 divided by 393. 293 divided by 393 minus R. Now R for air, what is the value of R for air? So I will write down, assume R for air as 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So I'll write down here 0.287 log P1 by P2. What is P1 and what is P2? See the question. Okay, 100 divided by 200. So 100 divided by 200. So from here I can calculate S1 minus S2. So S1 minus S2 is equal to, what is the value? Minus 0.096 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, now what we will do, we will substitute this value. Remember, this is specific entropy difference. We will substitute this value in this equation. Okay, so I'll write down W dot reversible is equal to, m dot is 0.333 in bracket H1 minus H2. H2 for air is what? Cp into temperature difference. So I'll write down in bracket Cp, I'll keep outside, in bracket I'll write down temperature difference T1 minus T2. Okay, and minus T0, as it is, other parts, other equations will remain same, other part of the equation S1 minus S2. Now substitute the values. 0.333, this is m dot value. Cp for air is 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. T1 is how much? 293 minus 393. T2 minus T0, atmospheric temperature, it is same as T1, 293, into S1 minus S2 we have found out over here. Okay, write down that value. S1 minus S2 is what? Minus 0.096. Calculate this value. Okay. Okay, so from here if you calculate W dot reversible, you will get here value. Okay, I'll write down what value I am getting. Minus 24.24 kilowatt. There will be some issues with the decimal, but that is fine. You understood the method. Okay, so W reversible. Now, if you compare the two W values, okay, here W actual, you can see it is greater. Okay, this W actual, it is minus 33.5 kilowatt. Okay, forget about the negative sign. And here if you see W reversible, it is minus 24.24 kilowatt. Forget about negative sign. So this value is minimum as compared to W actual. That is why we say that whatever this reversible work is there, what we are getting, it is minimum work. Okay, so this is second answer. Now here also we have negative sign. Negative sign indicates what? Compressor is power consuming device. That is why whatever power we are calculating, we are getting that power as negative. Yes. Okay, so we have found W actual and W reversible. What is the next question? We have found actual power and then minimum power. Next we have to find effectiveness or second law efficiency of the compressor. How to find this? Second law efficiency. I'll write down the heading. Third question is efficiency, second law efficiency. Okay. So what is the equation for second law efficiency? Can you recall? For power consuming device, equation is different. What is that? So what you have to do basically, minimum value upon maximum value. W reversible is minimum. So second law efficiency of second law or effectiveness will be given by smaller value upon larger value. W dot reversible will be minimum for compressor. Okay, so W dot reversible upon W dot actual. Okay, so this value is 24.24 kilowatt upon W dot actual value is 33.5. In 200 if you do, you will get this value in percentage. Okay, so second law efficiency or effectiveness, that value comes out to be 72.36%. What is meaning of this? What is meaning of this? If the compressor would have been a reversible compressor, okay, what power it would have consumed? It would have consumed, ideal compressor would have consumed under the given condition 24.24 kilowatt. But under the given condition, actual given condition, it is consuming 33.5 kilowatt of power, which is more. Okay, so here actually what we are finding, efficiency of second law efficiency, what we are actually finding over here, how much we are behind, how much we are behind from ideal case, how much our power, whatever power actually the compressor is consuming, how much it is behind this ideal power consumption. So this should reduce. And using second law efficiency, using thermodynamics, we understand that we are falling behind. Actually, this power consumption we can further reduce if we improve our system. And ideally, we can achieve this value, minimum power consumption. So again, here you can see there is a scope of improving design of the compressor so that whatever power is consumed by the compressor, it can reduce. And once we are able to achieve actual engine is becoming a reversible engine, meaning here also you will have reversible. In that case, efficiency, second law efficiency will become what? 100%. Meaning we can say that our actual engine has become now actual power has reached the reversible power or minimum power. But that is not actually possible. Okay, this is just the ideal power, this is just a target. Okay, we can go near to the target, we cannot actually achieve exactly this value. Okay, but we will get a target from this. That is why we study this in thermodynamics.